All right, final practice. Let's just get started. Super easy to begin with. What's that? That's a rotation. Translation moves things, reflection flips it, dilation makes it bigger or smaller. Problem 2, we have ourselves a Pythagorean Theorem problem. So let's set it up. This side is 1, 2, 3, 4. That side is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to find C, but I'll call it C. So it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 4 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 16 plus 16 equals c squared. 32 equals c squared. Square root it. Square root it. Run to a calculator. Find out what the square root of 32 is. Oh. Clear. 5.6. 5.67. All right. A line passes through the point 1, 3 and has a slope of 2. Which of these points also lies in the line? This is how I would do it. All right. I'm going to make myself a nice little coordinate plane right there. The largest number here is 7, so I'm going to go up to 7. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put a dot at 1, 3. The slope is 2. So if I go up 1, 2 over 1, that gives me a dot at the point 2, 5, which is not an option. It says 2, 6. It's not going to be 1, 5. So let's try it again. If we go up 1, 2 over 1, that gives me a dot at the point 3, 7. And there you have it. Donezo. All right, page 2, problem 4. Identify the slope and the y-intercept of that guy right there. In order for me to find the slope and the y-intercept, I have to take that and get y all by itself, and it's not even close to that. So, let me write it out. That's supposed to be an 8. Let's get y all by itself by first subtracting 24x minus 24x. That goes away. 6y equals negative 24x minus 18. Divide everything by 6. Divide everything by 6. Y equals negative 4x minus 3. The slope is negative 4. The y-intercept is negative 3. The answer is E. All right. Problem 5. Complete the following table. How many females said no? So, it's females saying no. That sounds like my middle school career. Females saying no. Probably the easiest way to figure that one out is I know if there's a total of 72 saying no and 40 of the males said no, 72 minus 40 is 32. Subtract. Done. This is like a distributive property type problem. 2 ways of looking at it. If this is like, oh, I have 3 groups of 3t, I can write it out like that. So I have 3t times 3t times 3t, which is 3 times 3 times 3, 27, t times t, which is 2 to the 3rd. But a lot of people might just say, well, why don't you distribute 3 to the 3rd, t to the 3rd, which also becomes 27t to the 3rd. Either way, you get that guy right there. Problem 7. Problem 7. It costs $30 to be a member of a music club. A member of the club pays $10 per music lesson. All right, so if you're a member of the club, okay, versus non-member. Member of the club, you pay $30 right away to get in, plus $10 per music lesson. I'll put M for music. A non-member pays $25 per music lesson. How many music lessons must a member and a non-member take so that the costs are exactly the same? Set them equal to each other. So I have 10M on the left, 25m on the right. Why don't I subtract 10m from both sides? Minus 10m, minus 10m. 30 equals 15m. Divide both sides by 15. Divide both sides by 15. 2. 2, 2, 2. All right. Problem 8. We have ourselves a cylinder sitting on top of a cube. I have to add them together. So let's do the cylinder first. It appears that my cylinder looks like this. This is the way it's drawn out. So if the whole thing's 11, that means I care about half of it, and that's going to be 5.5. So the formula for a cylinder is V equals pi r squared h. I don't care about the whole diameter being 11. I only care about the radius being 5.5. So V equals pi times 5.5 squared times the height, which is 11. So let's grab our handy-dandy calculator. Pi, 5.5 squared, 11. We have ourselves a volume of 1045.36. This is a cube, and a cube, in this case where everything is 12, is just going to be 12 cubed, because it's a cube. 12 to the third power is 1728. I have to add these up. So 1045.36 plus 1728 equals 277.3. So it's going to be this guy. They must have used 3.14 instead of the pi button like we did. So you can see there's a slight difference between. But if we're talking like $2,772 versus $2,773, $1 is not going to make much of a difference. And in this case, it's only a $0.50. That big old coin. Yeah. And we're moving along. Problem 9. The graph below shows how the cost of gasoline changes over a month. According to the graph, the cost of gasoline blank decreases. So let's just say this is $2. And let's just say this is like $3. And let's just say up here is $4. It's like $2 for a few days, and all of a sudden it's like $2.20, and all of a sudden $3, and then back down. So it's going up and down and stays that way for a while. So what happens is it goes up more, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So what does it do? It sometimes decreases. It goes up sometimes, it goes down sometimes. Okay? Slope of the line is rise over run. This looks like a standard graph, so up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up 4 over 6, positive 4 over 6 becomes 2/3. The answer is B. A right circular cone, and its dimensions are shown below. What is the approximate volume of the cone? Not bad. All we have to do is just plug it in. 1/3 pi r squared h. Everything is very straightforward. So 1/3 pi h squared 12. And just type it in. 1/3 or 1 divided by 3 times pi 8 squared 12. 804.24, 804.24 cubic feet. Dunzo. All right. Solve the system of linear equations. I'm just going to do substitution. If y is 4x plus 11, then I'm going to turn that y into 4x plus 11. Y is 4x plus 11. Y is 4x plus 11. So if I rewrite the top, instead of y, I'm going to write out 4x plus 11 and then keep writing the top. And then there. I have 4x over here minus 1x is 3x plus 11 equals 5. Subtract 11, subtract 11. Okay. 3x equals -6, divide by 3, divide by 3, x equals -2. And if I wanted to find y, I would plug that -2 into that x right there and get 4 times -2 is -8 plus 11 is 3. I did it right. Yippee! 13, no irrational numbers. I hate the way that, I just want rational numbers. I just want nice numbers, people. Nice only. Like, you're not nice because I don't know what the square root of 2 is, and you're not nice because I don't know what the square root of 3 is, and you're not nice because I don't know what the square root of 3 is. But you're nice because I can write that out as 1/3, and you're nice because I can write that out as 3, and you're nice because you're already 13. So if it's no irrational numbers, that means all the numbers are nice. If I were to take the square root of 3 in my calculator, it would be a terrible number. If I were to take the square root of 2 in my calculator, it would be a terrible number. So the answer is A. We are making such good time. Problem 14, if 5 is repeating, I already know it's going to be over 9, so that's that. If you want to use your calculator, just type out 0.5555555555555555555555555. Hit F to D or a math frac if you have a yellow, and it's 5 over 9. So 8.5555555 is going to be 8n 5 over 9. All right. Which one is a function? A function means that x's can't repeat. You just repeated -5. You're not a function. And you just repeated 4, you're not a function. You're used once, and you're used once, and you're used once, and you're used once, and you're used once. You're a function. You, not even close. C. Yeah. No, man. I gotta get my Purell wipes ready because there's bacterium here. It tells me that this bacterium is 0.0006. All I need to do is just turn that into scientific notation. It's a small number, so it's going to be a negative exponent, which means I'm done already. But if it's a negative exponent, you put the dot there, you move over 1, 2, 3, 4 times, so it's going to be 6 times 10 to the -4. That was almost too easy, but that's how you do it. All right, this one. I'm going to rewrite the original problem because it's not pretty looking at all. Try to make that fit. All right. Distributive property. Distributive property. 75K, that's how much I make in a week. Well, look, 75K is back. Hello, 75K minus 30. Now, we already know what's going to happen. These 75Ks are just going to disappear, and I'm left with 50 equals -30. That is not a true statement, which means if my variables disappear and I'm left with a not true statement, I don't have a answer. No solution. 18. 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to put a dot here because that's 0, 0. I'm going to put a dot here because that's 2, 1. So I have 0, 0, and 2, 1. I'm going to do lin reg. Okay. List 0, 0, 2, 1. Second quit. I think I go back to list. Nope. Second stat. Math. Calc, I mean. Lin reg. There it is. This means y equals 0.5x plus 0, which is B. Yep, B. B. Problem 19. Describe the relation between the two quantities. It looks like we have time going on. Bacteria is increasing population. This is increasing at a strange rate, though. It's not like it's increasing steady over time. Something increasing steadily would look like that. This starts out slow and then gets steeper and steeper and steeper, which means faster and faster and faster. So the bacteria population starts off increasingly slow but increases more rapidly as time passes. Yep. The bacteria population increases quickly at first and then increases more slowly. Nope. The bacteria population increases rapidly at a constant rate. Nope, that would be the straight line. And the bacteria population decreases. That's not even close because that line's going up. The answer is A. All right, what problem are we on? 20. Problem 20. Use the vertical line test to determine which graph represents a function. All right. Nope. Hits it twice. Probably. Nope, it hits it a bunch of times because it is a vertical line. So bang, bang, bang. And nope. So it's C. Remember, vertical line test says a function is a function if and only if a vertical line goes through the curve once. All right, looks like problem 21. We have a good old Pythagorean theorem problem. Focus, you. We have 20, 21, and C. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We have 20 squared plus 21 squared equals c squared. We have 400 plus 400. I want to say 441. Switch calculators on you. What is it? 21 squared? I think it's 441. It is. 441 equals c squared. Add them up. Square root. So let's take the square root of 841. 29. C is 29 on the dot. And while my calculator is out, let's do lin reg. Let's do lin reg on the yellow calculator. I have an input and an output. I need to write the equation, so I'm going to hit stat, edit. I have 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Second mode quits out. I think I go to stat. I think I go to calc. I think I go to 4. I think I hit enter. And it looks like I have y equals 1x plus negative 7. Whatever that one is, D. Circle the y. Oh boy. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, kids, time to reflect. Reflect on our thoughts and on this problem. Reflect over the x-axis, which means this guy, which lives in quadrant 1, is going to flip completely down there. So here's my mirror. V appears to be 1 unit away, so V prime is going to be 1 unit down. T appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away, so T prime is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. R is 6 units away. R prime, same. What do we have here? Q is 3 units away. 1, 2, 3. Q prime. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. We see our wonderful mirror image. V prime. Looks like it's 4, negative 1. So let's see if we can get anywhere. 4, negative 1 is not U. 4, negative 1 is not U. Negative 4, negative 1. Nope. 4, negative 1 is A. So there you have it. That's actually really convenient that we don't have to do everything, even though I did. Baseball diamond is a square with a side length of 90 feet. For all of those of you who don't know much about baseball, that's the look of a diamond, or at least it's supposed to be. It's not drawn right at all. But 90, 90, 90, 90. Third base and first base form the opposite corners of a square, so there's third and that's first. When a fielder throws the ball from third base to first base, how far is the throw? Now, what it doesn't look like, but what it actually is we have ourselves Pythagorean theorem. You see it? There is my right angle, because it's a diamond. So that would be my C. 90 squared plus 90 squared equals C squared. I have 8100 plus 8100 equals C squared. 16200 equals C squared. Let's take the square root of 16200. 127.27. About 127 feet. Pythagorean theorem. All right. Each year, more than 355 million gallons of water are used to make man-made snow at a ski resort. Write this number in scientific notation. So it's 355. Put the dot here. So I have 3.55. Big number, so positive exponent eliminates U. I move to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 to the 8th. There you have it. Okay? Okay. Emma received a $40 gift card that could be used to download television programs. After she downloaded 5 programs, she had $30 remaining on her gift card. If each program costs the same amount to download, what's the cost of one download? So let me get this straight. Girl has $40. She buys a bunch of television programs, and now she has $30, which is a change of $10. She downloaded 5 programs. If each program costs the same amount to download, what's the cost of one download? Well, then why don't we just divide by 5? $2. All right. Cool. What's the coordinates of point 24? 2, 4. What's a 2, 4 for eating? 2. All right. After a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation, which means this guy goes counterclockwise over here, what are the coordinates? So we need to take this and rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. So this is what it looks like now. And otherwise, if we were to rotate it, it's going to look like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units left, 2 up. 4 left, 2 up. 4 left, 2 up would be -4, +2. 4 left, 2 up gives us an answer of E. There you have it. See it? Take my picture, rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. It appears to be 4 left, 2 up. Bingo, bango. Bongo. The mayor of Mathville. Well, that is a town that I'd like to move to. Oh, kids, we're almost done. Wants to build a giant sculpture for the town square that consists of a giant solid copper sphere. There it is, sitting on top of a giant solid copper cone. Mathville, you are not an artist, that's for sure. How much copper is needed to make the sculpture? Round the answer to the nearest whole cubic meter. All right, so let's do the cone. The cone is very straightforward. Okay, cone is V equals pi r squared h. 1/3 pi r squared h. That was a close one. V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. So V equals 1/3 pi. The radius is already there, 6, squared. H is the height, 10. So I have 1/3 pi 6 squared 10. All right, so the cone is going to be 3, look at it, it's 376.99. I'm just going to say 377. Now, before everyone starts looking at the sphere and starts freaking out and saying, oh, I can't do this because it doesn't give me any information, if the ball is the same size as the cone, that means the diameter, or in this case, the thing that I care about the most, the radius is 6 meters. So the radius is 6 meters. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed means V equals 4/3 pi 6 cubed. So let's bring the old calculator back. 4/3 pi 6, math 3, cubes it. 904.77. Add that to the 377. 1281.77 is awfully close to 1282. Good job. 8th grade students were surveyed on whether they prefer to eat papayas or mangoes. Complete the following table. All right, so let's just work backwards. Although, where should I start? Oh, okay, here we go. 240, 260 is 500, right? Probably the best thing to do is go backwards here. 500 minus 370 is 130. 130 minus 100 is 30. 240 minus 30 is 210. If that is 100, I could have gone that way too, 160. All right, the numbers look good to me. How many girls preferred mangoes? How many girls preferred mangoes? 160, so it's not you and it's not you. And what are the total number of students that took the survey? 500, so it's you. Cool. Girls, mango, total, done. Problem 30, evaluate. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rewrite everything so that it has positive exponents. You stay, you stay, you move to the top because it has a negative exponent. So let's count how many 6's. I have 2 6's next to 5 6's, which gives me 2 plus 5 is 7 6's. And on the bottom, I also have 7 6's. Wait a minute. So 6 to the 7th is a number. 6 to the 7th is the same number. A number divided by itself is just 1zo. Look at that. Easy. All right, sweeties, rotate the 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Rotating it clockwise is going to make it look like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down these points where they appear. So it's going to be sideways, that's all right. If I take a look at C, it appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1, 2 down here. So C prime would be 4, negative 2. D prime would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So D prime is 4, negative 6. E right there would be right 1, down 4, right 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4. So E prime is 1, negative 4. And I have F right here, which is just right 1. So F prime would be right 1, down nowhere. So putting it back, read it sideways. 4, negative 2 is C prime. 4, negative 2. Nope. 4, negative 2. Yep. 4, negative 2. Nope. 4, negative 2. Nope. Answer's B. Didn't have to do that much, but I did it anyway because I'm a high achiever. 32. Solve the systems of equations. I'm going to do this using elimination. So let me rewrite it out. I'm going to multiply the top by negative 2. And if you're wondering why I'm doing that, I'm going to make the x go away. Okay? So if I multiply the top by negative 2, I now have negative 2 times y. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. And negative 2 times 0 is 0. I now have, oh, silly me. I didn't put these in order. Ah! No big deal. Watch. Ooh. All right, scrap it. Scrap it, scrap it, scrap it, scrap it, scrap it. Let's do it a different way. We're still going to do elimination, but I'm going to move it down here. Watch what I do. I'm going to take this top and I'm going to rearrange it. Okay? Y minus x, I can write out as negative x plus y equals 0. What I have now is I have it in the form of x, y equals number, so the bottom matches up. X, y equals number. I think what I did before is I multiplied the top by negative 2. Now I'm just going to multiply the top by regular 2. Okay? What that does is 2 times negative x is negative 2x. 2 times positive y is positive 2y. And 2 times 0 is 0. So it's not that much of a difference. Still a difference. That crosses out. That becomes negative 7y, because negative 9y plus 2y is negative 7y equals 7. Divide both sides by negative 7, but divide both sides by negative 7y equals negative 1. So if y is negative 1, I could plug it into, I don't know, that guy right there to find out what x is. So I have negative 1 minus x equals 0, add 1, add 1. Negative x equals positive 1. If negative x is positive 1, then positive x is negative 1. So I have a pair of negative 1s, which gives me b. So I tried something, didn't work, changed it, now it works. Not a pretty problem, but I did it anyway. All right. I have a x to the 5th, right next to an x to the 4th, x to the 9th. I have a y to the 10th, hanging out, y to the 10th. I have a 5, and then a times a 3, which last time I checked is 15. Oh, hello, answer. Done. Easy. Like 5 more to go. All right, all right, all right, all right. 34. Oh, let me see. 15, 6. 15, 6. State the solution. 15, 6. Solve the equation. 4n plus 8 equals 40. Minus 8, 4n equals 32. Divide by 8, divide by 8. and divide by 4, and you get 8. Oh boy, paging Dr. Freud, but I have a slip here. I have a slip. 3 more to go. Describe the relationship between the two quantities. Dollars per gallon, time. As time goes on, the dollars per gallon increases and then it gets steady. So let's see what it says. The gas price increases over time at a decreasing rate. That makes 0 sense. The gas price stays the same. That's not true because it increases. The gas price is constant at first, then increases steadily as time passes. No, not really. The gas price increases steadily, then stays the same. Yerp. All right. Quadrilateral ABC is reflected over the line to make quadrilateral EFGH. Which angle corresponds to ABC? Well, EFG, of course. Look at that. You'll also know this, but it says ABC. ABC matches up with EFG in that order. They have to do that. They have to put it in order, otherwise it wouldn't work. All right, you rascals, last one. I could do Lin Reg on this guy, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do it to it. Y equals mx plus b gives you an equation where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Looky there, a y-intercept, 0, 3, which means y equals something x plus 3. And this is a negative slope that goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1, 2, 3, down 4, right 3 is negative 4/3 x, negative 4/3 x plus 3 is that. All right, kids, we're done. Hopefully that helps. Hope you watched the whole thing. And if you did watch the whole thing, in order for you to prove that you watched the whole thing, come up to me and say, Mr. Parrots, what's that on your shirt? Pretend that there's something on my shirt and go boink, and I'll be like, oh, you watched the whole video. And I won't be mad. Well, I might be mad, but I won't be mad. All right, study up, rascals.